Another day, another way to lose a game. Cleveland Browns in another gut-wrenching. I mean, first off, we're down. We're in the lead. We're down. It looked like we were going to lose this game big. First play of the game, Hugh Jackson decides to run a stupid shift. And then they go back to the normal fucking line or normal formation, and they have a delay game. I'm thinking, here's what I'm thinking. You got a rookie that looked like shit in the preseason. Because I'm not going to lie to you, after the preseason, I mean, that guy looked fucking scared. This and that. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm thinking, why is that? There's a lot of things Hugh Jackson does that I don't like. And then there are a lot of things that he does that I do like. And the way the team responds to him, I like. I think, really, I like Hugh Jackson. I do. I like him. I do. I mean, the honest to God truth, we need a fucking field goal kicker, number one, because that's why we lost this game. If we had a field goal kicker, the game's over in regulation. We missed 3 fucking field goals. We missed a game winner at the end of fucking regulation. And I'll tell you what, Terrelle Pryor, God, this guy is a weapon. He got to be the best weapon I've ever seen in national football. He can run, he can pass, he can receive. You know, a lot of people don't understand. He has that glove on. If he wasn't wearing that glove, his passes would be so much better. I'm going to be honest with you. He's a fucking stud. He's a number 1 receiver. The Browns legitimately have, think about this, 3 number 1 receivers. And Coleman, Pryor, and fucking Gordon. They really fucking do. And you know this. They have 3. They have so many weapons. You tell me another team offensively that has as many weapons as the Browns have. There's none. Think about this. Pryor, Coleman, and Gordon. Great receivers. And then you want to go, you got Gary Barnidge. And then you got Duke fucking Johnson. Isaiah Crowell. They have weapons. I was honestly thinking, you could even put fucking Pryor at tight end. No one can. DBs can't guard him. Linebackers can't guard him. The guy's unguardable. So, I mean, if you wanted to run him at a 2 tight end set with him and Barnidge, there's so many different ways you can. And Hugh Jackson used him on a rare ways today. He really did. Cody Kessler. Not going to lie to you. I thought he was going to play like shit. This guy actually played. What I noticed about Cody Kessler is, he looked very poised. When he had the rush on him, he didn't look nervous at all. He looked like a veteran. I mean, he looked really poised for being rushed, and he really looked poised. Even when he runs, it's not a nervous run. He's running with a purpose. I thought there was a few times he could have ran and got maybe a first down. But, I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. What I seen in Cody Kessler, I need to see more, obviously. It's like they didn't want him to throw too much. It was like they were trying to protect him. But I seen a leader. I seen a fucking leader, I'll tell you that. I seen a guy that's not afraid of the moment. I seen a guy that wants to win. I seen a guy that has an arm. I like it. I really do. So, out of all the quarterbacks we had this year, think about it, all those Browns fans, Cody Kessler looked like the best one out of all the quarterbacks we had. He looked the best. He really did. I mean, he did. He looked the best. He made some good throws. Now, granted, I wanted to open up downfield more, but I mean, look, we were down to Terrelle Pryor, really our only weapon, because Hawk. I mean, look at our receivers. All right, Coleman's out. Fucking Gordon's out. And then you got Duke Johnson, who I mean, he did use him a little more today, but I wish he'd use him a lot more, because he's a weapon like a motherfucker. He catches ball. We should have won the game. I thought that the last 2 drives, the last drive, I thought the play call was atrocious. I really did. I wanted to go for it a few times. I wasn't happy about that, but I'm going to tell you, Hugh Jackson's a fucking beast. Terrelle Pryor said he feels like the Browns are one of the best teams in the league, and I agree with him. I think you are. I think they are. Just got to find a fucking way to win. They could easily be 3-0 right now. Really. They could. Should have won last week. I should have won this week. Last week, we got ripped off by a Terrelle Pryor taunting call. And this week, we should be 2-1 at least. Makes me sick to think about it. It really does. I thought Kessler played well, though. I think next week, you're going to see them give him a lot more freedom, a lot more stuff. You're going to see, I mean, listen, I can't wait to see Kessler, if he keeps playing well, with all the weapons around him. That's when you're going to really see how good this kid could be, if he's a guy. Because I'm telling you, for what he had to work with under that duress, I thought he played pretty damn good. I really did. I thought he played better than any quarterback we had all year. Didn't make any interceptions. I don't know if I think he fumbled one time. I thought he played pretty well. Defensively, I think the defense ended. Man, we got a lot. We had 7 starters out. Think about that. Joe Hayden, we had a lot of starters missing. And to think that we went into Miami in their home opener, and really, we beat them. I'm sorry, we won. We didn't win, but we lost, but we won. To think how we played, that's a testament to how these guys love playing for Hugh Jackson. They love him. They love him. I played for a coach like that before. You love it. You just don't want to disappoint them. You love them. You'll go the extra mile for them. They love playing for Hugh Jackson. So, I'm telling you right now, this team is going to be real fucking scary coming pretty soon. Because let's think about this right now. Think about the offensive. I vow for you to find another team in the National Football Team that has the offensive weaponry that the Cleveland Browns have. You can't. You can't. I'm telling you. Look at it. I mean, look. Pryor, Coleman, and Gordon are 3 number 1 receivers. Yeah. They're 3 number 1 receivers. The Browns have legitimately 3 number 1 receivers. They do. It's fucking scary. They do. They have a weapon, a Duke John. Oh, my God. They got weapons. They got weapons galore. They just got to find a way to finish it all put together. Now, and I see people crying, we get Carson Wentz. Oh, we get Carson Wentz. Yeah, you know what? You get Carson Wentz, and you see how much time he has in Philadelphia? Cut that in half. He ain't going to do that in Cleveland other than address this team is. This team has no offensive line. He would be done. So, yeah, and if we take him, we don't have Coleman. And you're going to say, well, we got all them other guys. Yes, that's true. But listen, the Browns, if they really need to get a quarterback next year, they can. I'm sure the plan was to get a quarterback, but they already figured they're not going to win this year. They knew they're not going to win this year. They're going to have to obviously add offensive linemen because our offensive line sucks. The biggest ball they dropped was not signing Mitchell Schwartz. They should have fucking... That's a ball that they dropped that I'll never lift out because Austin Pasture fucking sucks. Take him out to the pasture and shit in his mouth. He sucks. That team plays for you. They really do. If the Browns had... If every team in the National Football League had a fire sale... They're selling all their assets. Cleveland Browns be the number 1 market division because they got so many weapons. I know people say, you're not going to leave. No, they do. Browns went from having no offensive threats to now a fucking plethora. They have everything. You got Pryor, you got Gordon, you got Coleman, you got Barnage, you got Duke Johnson, you got Corral. They got everything. They got Hawkins for crying out loud. He's a fucking beast weapon. So, yes. Carson Wentz, yes, I think he's a good quarterback, but I mean, he's not going to do shit behind that fucking makeshift line in Cleveland, trust me. Cody Kessler looked like a small, I mean, he looked very, very poised. I was shocked. I thought he was going to suck. I thought he was. Now, do I think they could have put the game on his shoulders and told him? I'll tell you what, he was under constant pressure. I think next week you got to put everything on the board and just say, yeah, win this the game. I think he can do it. Now, we still won this game. The field goal kicker who, I remember when he missed the one, I'm like, listen, you got to cut him, but it's a shame because that guy can kick the ball out of the end zone. We don't have that in Cleveland. He's got a strong leg. He got a strong fucking leg. It's just accuracy sucks. Honestly, I'd like to see him get one more. I know people, I'd like to sign Robbie Gould, but if not, keep him because I'm telling you, the dude... I'm telling you, man, he's got a strong leg. Give him one. Look, we're going nowhere anyway. Give him one more week. He can kick some long. Look, it might have been an anomaly him missing them field goals today. Give him one more week. But he cost us the game. And Hugh Jackson said, no, he cost us the game. He did. And you know, I wish I had a camera watching me the game because hey, when they got that fumble on what's his name, Tannehill, I jumped around. I swear to God. I jumped. I was watching the game. I jumped in my room like a fucking nerd. It was the gayest thing I ever did. The way I jumped was like something you see a fucking old lady do. I was like, oh my God, it was so gay. I wish I filmed it. I was so happy because I wanted to get the win. But it is what it is. I'm calm down now. So when I watch a game, man, I can't watch it. People always say, hey, let's go out, Chuck. Let's go here. I can't watch a game with nobody. I got to be by myself watching the Browns. That's just how I am. But, yeah, I'm not even mad. Listen, I want to win, but I want to win bad, I do, but I realize it's the process. I mean, when Bill Belichick was in Cleveland, if you look at it, it was a process. Hugh Jackson, I think, is further along. Because, I mean, if you look at the team Hugh Jackson has right now, the motherfuckers are... Think about it. This defense has gotten better every week. They don't have a pass rush, though. But they seem to get one when they really needed to towards the end of the game. But it's, I mean, if you think about it, we're missing a lot of starters. This team is getting better in all facets. As injured as we are, I like our chances. I really do. All right, man. But last week, we could have won that game, and this week, 2 wins for sure. And you know what? I ain't looking at making the playoffs this year. I wish we could. I don't see it happening, obviously. But do I think we have enough talent to? Yes, I do. I think our team offensively is as stacked as anyone. I think the quarterback position is our weak spot, and I think we need to get a quarterback next year. Maybe Kessler's a guy. I'm not going to lie. I thought he kind of reminded me of Drew Brees a little bit today. I'm telling you, he may be the guy. He may be. I'm not going to lie to you. He had a lot of poise, and I like that. I'm not going to lie. Preseason, he looked like garbage, but he had a lot of poise, so I'm pretty excited about it. You know, I'm not saying he's the answer, but we got to give him a couple more weeks to see how he plays. He might be horrible, but I want to find out. That's why it's imperative that what happened to Griffin ain't the answer. I can already tell you that right now. This kid's first start, he played better than Griffin. And McCown, no. I can already tell you right now, I'm glad the injuries happened because we needed to see what this kid had now rather than next year and waste another season. So we're going to see now. I really did like what I seen. And I know people are going to say it's one game against it. But I mean, yes, it is. It's his first start. And he played well. He didn't go out and win you the game. He wasn't asked to. I think they should have. I really do. I think Hugh was protecting him a little bit. I do. But it is what it is. I'm satisfied. Yeah, I'm satisfied. I know people are going to say, no, hey, listen, I'm not content with losing, but we're getting better each week to the point where I know one thing. I like the fact that we have weapons. I do. And we better not fucking trade none of these motherfucking weapons for nothing. Nothing. If I was a Patriots right now, I always thought, listen, if I was a Patriots, I'd be like, I want Gordon. But after watching Pryor, I'm not going to lie to you. If I was the Patriots, I'd want Pryor over Gordon. I'm going to tell you why. Number one, you ain't got to worry about his third strike. Number two, he can do everything. Pass, run, whatever. He's not as polished as receiver, obviously, but he can do everything else. He can run it. He can actually give them a fucking dual threat. And Pryor's my favorite player in the Browns right now. He is, by far. I'll tell you what, the Bengals are pissed they got rid of him. But I'll make another video tomorrow. For right now, I'm not even mad. It is what it is. Carson Wentz would have been under duress in Cleveland, so if we had Wentz, we don't have Coleman. And listen, trust me, I would have loved to have Wentz. I liked him. But I'm telling you, we got to find a quarterback. It may be Kessler. It may not be. More than likely it ain't. Who fucking knows? But it may. If it is, then Hugh Jackson's looking like a fucking genius right now. Hogan, we got to find something. But I will say this right now. If we did have a quarterback, and number one in the draft, we need to get offensive linemen. But if we had a quarterback decent enough, like, say someone like Brian Hoyer, to be honest with you, because last year if we had him, I think we could make the playoffs with Brian Hoyer. I really do. But anyway, it is what it is. Anyway, it is what it is. Look at this. You want to see something fucked up? You can't see it. Where's it at? I cracked my phone. Hold up. I cracked my fucking good phone. Look at that shit. Look at that shit, motherfucker. Look. It's on the back. I don't even care. But anyway, yes. So as Browns fans, seriously, we found another way to lose. Hugh Jackson, listen. I like Hugh Jackson. I question some of the things he does. I'm not going to lie to you. Some of the things he does makes me like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I'm not going to lie to you. I thought at the end of the game, they should, before the turnover, when they had the ball, they punted it. I'm like, instead of throwing that ball, which Pryor, I think he went off as he got broken up, run the fucking ball. You force them to call a timeout if you don't get the first down. I waste the timeout. I just thought there's a few things he does I question. But then again, I'm the guy sitting in Youngstown, Ohio right now in the parking lot of a Family fucking Dollar, or whatever the fuck, Dollar General, and he's on the sidelines of a fucking NFL game. So I guess that tells you all you need to fucking know about this decision. Anyway, that's a video for that's a long one, but tomorrow I'm gonna make another one. Things are looking up in Cleveland.